Hello, and welcome to another episode of Tiki Room Radio. Tonight, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do kind of like a kid's version, you'll see, where we attempt to explain a lot of things that are good for kids in the parks. What's up, Gina? How are you? Howdy, howdy. What's up, Michael? What's up, Rhonda? What up, what up, what up? Corey. Did you have fun today checking out springs, checking out all of the amenities outside of the parks? What's up, Christina? All right, let's see if we can catch our man, Mr. Marc. Not yet. Yeah, so tonight we're going to do an edition of Tiki Room Radio that is mainly kids style topics. I just noticed a trend when we were in a lot of the topics that kind of webbed it all together. Oh, you're loving the certified flying trash shirt. Corey was making me think of all the trash shirts that I had, so I felt very appropriate. And I've been feeling like a Dumbo lately, so I broke our website today, and then we fixed it. Thank goodness for Mel. All right, let's see what we're doing. Is he on here yet? Still nothing. Make sure I do. Oh, Mark's sending me. Running a few minutes late. Okay, well, let me run buffer time. Yeah, no, okay, so I might as well show you this. Yeah, the website needed a bunch of updates on plugins and stuff, and I was having issues with it updating on pictures. So we had a new product come out. It's a double-sided shirt, so you'll notice this has two prints on it, but it's a Midway Maniac shirt. So I've been working on this shirt for a while now. Let's see how I can showcase it off on here. So it's finally done. But for some reason, every time I uploaded it, it just wasn't showing correctly. And every time you clicked a different picture, it was super, super wonky and it wouldn't load correctly. So we had to do a bunch of updates to the site. But it's good. Also, shout out to Jules. We got a little hidden... hang on. Sorry, I mirrored this so you could be able to read it. But we got a little tiny little hidden walrus. Boop. Sorry, because it's mirrored, I can't do this that well. But yeah, it's up, it's out there, and it says the kid on the back with '07. Coincidentally, the ride opened in '08, but 7 is my lucky number, so that's why I made it 7. I probably should have made it '08, but here we are. But yeah, just threw that up on Walrus Carp today. But yeah, it was weird because every time you clicked a picture, it wouldn't change, right? So that's white. There's a gray version. But yeah, none of these would change. There's a regular blue and then a pink because everybody's been saying, yo, dude, make more pink stuff. So there you go. All right, let me check. Negative Ghost Rider. We have Joey, Captain EO. You have the Jungle Skipper, Sharif, and I guess I don't know. Is Jason on? Jason must be on, but he's not accepting co-host right now. But yeah, you had trouble going back and forth on the site. I'm telling you, it was broken when I first uploaded it, and it took me 2.5, almost 3 hours, and I thought I actually lost the whole site for a hot second. So it's terrible. Yeah, I saw he's live. He just has co-hosts on or whatever, or co-hosts off, if I can actually speak. Tonight's kind of unique too, because right after this we have an admin meeting about Discord and Discord discussions. Marc is running late, that's why I'm just buffering here. And then beignets, always incredible. But I'm going to be on a podcast YouTube thing tonight on the Dis Nerdy Network. The topic is the Fab Five, and if you were to remove a character from the Fab Five, who would you remove and why? I'll give you guys a hint. I would remove Pluto because I like Pluto as a character, but I do feel that you know he's not getting as much love lately in comparison to like he has some merch, but the person who I think deserves a spot, Daisy. I think you do Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, Goofy. I know that's not what everybody wants to hear, but it's that's what my suggestion is going to be. Well, Haley's never on here anymore, so like she'd be so mad. She would be so mad. But I think like logically it would make sense. You got couple, and then single dad, you know? So yeah, like Carp Cave ones where we just sit and talk about designs and you watch me create stuff. I could have done a Carp Cave today because the artist that I work with, I had to do a ton of tweaks. One, our artist had designed the aliens to look, because I gave her what the aliens from Toy Story look like. I couldn't make them look exactly like the aliens because then it would be illegal, right? So I had to go in and retool them and change them around so that they were different. So, hey, Shelly Paul, how are you? What is up? I know Daisy, honestly, in that group, in that Fab Five group, Daisy's the winner for me. So, Jason's asking to go live. All right, I don't know if he meant to do it on purpose or not. Nice pen. Yeah, it's like me. I wrote down all the questions for this. Uh-oh. Is this wait, what's the segment called? What are we calling this segment? Pizza something. Just so I recognize it.
Pizza pop-off.
Pizza pop-off. We're popping off that pizza. Yo, dude, speaking of pizza pop-off, I have to ask where you're at and all that good stuff in a second, but I always got upset because Pizza Rizzo would close early, and I actually don't think Pizza Rizzo is that bad over at Hollywood Studios, but they do pizza over at, I forget if it's Catalina Eddie's or, no, that place closes early too. I think Rosie's does the same exact pizza as Pizza Rizzo, so my kids are really picky eaters. It's really annoying. Where are you popping off pizza today?
Tonight we're at Blaze. So the chat picked it actually. They voted for Disney Springs instead of Boardwalk, and then once we got down here, they voted for Blaze over Pizza Point.
Yeah. Well, it's nice, man. I've never eaten at Blaze, but it reminds me, we had this other place that was kind of similar where it was like a Chipotle, right? Person puts down dough, you pick all the toppings, it slides through a thing, and boom, it's right there, right? So it looks nice in there. I've always passed it, but I've never gotten it. Dang, dude, that's a serious meat and veggie everything.
Well, yeah. So pepperoni, chicken, bacon, mushroom, banana pepper, pineapple. That's the pie.
Oh, dang, nice.
And that is spicy red sauce.
All right, can we be honest though? This or Boardwalk? What would you rather eat if you could have it exactly the same way in terms of you could change up all the toppings and everything? Would you go Boardwalk or would you go this?
Well, so that's the problem, is that what's nice about this is the toppings. What's nice about Boardwalk is that it's a simple, good pepperoni pizza. So they're two completely different experiences. If I had to pick day-to-day basis, I'd go Boardwalk. This is good for variety, but Boardwalk is for me is just better pizza.
Better pizza, probably a lot of nostalgia. I bet you've eaten that pie way more times than you've eaten a Blaze pie. And I agree, it reminds me of Mod Pizza too, Vossi, but that might be like a Northeast thing. MOD, Mod Pizza. That's what it was.
We have Mod. We had Mod in Michigan as well.
Okay.
So, do you have a gift to show me from Slay?
I don't. I didn't want to. I have to text Slay. I didn't get anything. I checked here and I checked our PO box. I got nothing. So it might be.
No,
it went to the PO box. Yeah, it might be. It might be just the PO box they didn't put because it's bigger. That my PO box is like real tiny, so they might not have put the key or saying whatever. It might have got there, but they didn't put it in the thing yet. So like, I'll check again tomorrow, and we'll try again. We'll see what happened. But yeah, it wasn't at the house or at the thing, so I'll check it.
Sounds good, man.
Well, yeah. Sweet. Well, enjoy your pizza. Thanks for hanging out, man. Just
Yeah, no
literally
problem,
burning time. So, how was the day treating you today? What was the highlight?
It was only like 85 all day, but it was moist out all day.
That was your high. It's like we talk about the weather versus like something you actually did.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what everyone always asks. What was the heat? What was the high for today? I don't know.
Who cares?
We had a good
Who
day.
cares?
Nope.
It's hot. The answer to that is always the same. It's hot, but it's okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember everything we did today. What did we start with? Oh, I mean, I wrote Cosmic Rewind again. That's always a great time, right?
What somebody told me what song. I think you got Blondie today, right? Or you got Iran.
Yeah. No, I know what it was, but they're all probably yelling at me. I'm not reading the chat right now. My wife joined me for lunch, dude. So that was pretty cool. She came over to Epcot and we had lunch together.
Oh, that's awesome. Did she have to bring the kiddos or Sam's kiddos?
Nah, Sam had the kiddos because it's Thursday.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're hanging out. We're going to go watch some live music after this around Disney Springs.
Nice. Yeah. Disney Springs, man, God bless you. I'm just an old man who doesn't like massive crowds of people. I love live music, but I don't know. Springs just always, it's a different vibe. Plus, I guess, because I don't really like shop at those kind of stores, besides everything that's over by like Earl of Sandwich area, like World of Disney over, I really am into. But then everything else is just, it's nice. It's okay. I just don't do it that often.
I don't buy much, but I like walking around. I like the vibe down here.
Yeah.
I'm eating in the background. That's why I'm every other sentence.
No. I was reading. I was reading some of the messages that were on here. And just acknowledge everything. Yeah, I don't know. Dude, I went to Saratoga yesterday. They have a really, really cool like quiet pool that has like an awesome splash pad for kids. Like if you have young kids.
The Donald Duck one.
No, I didn't even know they had a Donald Duck one. It's a like a horse racing one where it has like the individual stalls that they run out of, and then like all the horse heads have like guns, like water guns.
Yeah, that's on the golf course side.
The grandstand, I believe, is what they called it, which is the very first stop on the bus. Pool. Yeah, no, it's not the main pool was nice, but it was crowded over there. That pool was actually pretty. There was like nobody there. There was only like maybe 10 people. That was nothing.
So there's another secondary pool that actually has a really big water slide too. So Saratoga has like 3 pools that are all like primary stops compared to regular resort pools.
I wonder why that is.
Because it's a freaking mile to walk from pool to pool.
Yeah, well, it's the golf course. The golf course makes that such a bigger property. And, like, honestly, if you're taking the buses, get off at that grandstand. It's less than a 4-minute walk from the grandstand to the main porte-cochere. Otherwise, you're on for another 4 stops. It's brutal.
Yeah.
But that's just if you're going there to visit. I don't know why anybody would go there to visit except for the cupcakes are banging. You ever have that peanut butter one? I don't know if you're a chocolate peanut butter fan, but the bullseye cupcake is really good.
I don't like cupcakes at all that much.
Okay. Yeah, I had a lemon bar yesterday. That was really good. It was like a lemon coffee cake square. It was awesome.
My chat reminded me the other highlight we had is we went on the safari. And right after we got off, because it was basically closing for the night, the safari driver hopped in the chat.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. That was a pretty cool little moment.
Was it, did you enjoy the safari driver too?
Yeah, she did a great job. And we had like
awesome.
cattle and giraffes that were like within touching distance of the safari vehicle.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the early and late, those safari rides are so good. But the safari is very much like the Jungle Cruise, where it's so hit or miss depending on your driver and depending on if they have to really boogie. I've been on safaris where it's less than 14 minutes and they are hauling, and you're like, this stinks. Like I'm not even getting any time to see the animals. So it's like, but that's what makes it also fun and repeat watchability, because you never know what kind of animal or what the experience is going to be like, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Marc's at Disney. Dang, there it goes. There it goes. How much? If you don't mind me asking, how much is a Blaze Pie?
$13 after the discount.
Is that? Do you think that's a shareable size, or you think that's just all personal?
You tell me.
No, that's not fair though, because like you can eat. That's not fair.
You could share it. It was $13 with the soda.
Okay. Oh, well, that's actually pretty reasonable. I feel like with a soda, that's for Disney Springs, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You know, I mean, you're not getting as much food. It's probably the boardwalk pie is double the size of that.
Yeah. So, I mean, compared to the 23 for the big pie at boardwalk, that pie is tough to eat the whole thing. This is manageable, but you could definitely share if you're not a heavy eater.
Yeah. Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Do you remember when we we did that ridiculous TikTok thing where we were trying to like be, you know, in the top 100 or whatever, and like we just went live so much?
Absolutely.
This is what it reminds me of. We were literally like watching people open up Pokemon cards and just chat with everybody.
I don't know what you're talking about. I did that yesterday. I still do that on my page.
No, I know, but like, I mean, normally the merging of the two doesn't happen. Like, I'm super boring normally, but I'm like extra boring tonight because I'm just like at home sitting here, where you're doing like all the fun stuff. You know, like go watch Jason. He's way more entertaining than I am.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna walk around Disney Springs. We're gonna look at merch tonight, and we're gonna go check out some of the live entertainment and get views like this, right? I mean, this is a cool spot down here.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. All right, well, listen, man, you enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks for hanging out for a little bit. Appreciate you, dude.
No problem, dude. Appreciate it. Have a good night.
All right, you too, man. Take care. All right. Well, that was nice. I wasn't expecting Jasonian. Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. Hold on. Why?
How are you? Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. Hold on. Why?
How are you?
Why is it
Yo, dude, are you doing Dis Nerdy tonight or no?
No.
No. Okay. I got that going on, and I know nothing about anything about that. Like I don't know how long the segment is, or if I'm on for like a decent amount of time or what. So.
Oh, you're doing Disney Underground tonight.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
All right. What time is that at? Because they're going live in like 10 minutes. Greg and I ran over. Unfortunately, that's where I've been. My apologies for being a few minutes late, but we were doing our and company episode. It just ran a little over tonight. But we can do it. You want to do a truncated version of Tiki Room Radio?
Yeah. Why don't we do we'll do Sans timers, and that'll truncate things down a little bit, and we could just make some arguments, make some rebuttals, and just move it forward.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, in 3, 2, 1. Aloha, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tiki Room Radio. My name is Marc Valentine, and I am one of the hosts of Tiki Room Radio. I'm joined every week by this guy, one and only Walrus Carp. Kirk, let's debate, my friend.
That's it, man. So tonight, I have pulled together a series of questions that are all just kind of coincidental. And if you do want to ask questions anytime, you can always join our Discord, which, oh my goodness, Marc, we are almost at 1,000 members on the Discord, which is bonkers. The community is growing ever so quickly. And we had a lot of suggestions for things that were kid-related. So our overarching umbrella of topics of conversations tonight are going to be kid-related questions. Do you want to take the first, or do you want me to take the first?
You know, I went last week. I went first. I think it's only in the interest of fairness. I think you should take the first one. So what's our first topic, man?
First topic is going to be the best park for kids under 3.
All right, you go first. I know where you're going with it. There's only one place to go with this. Go ahead.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but I am gonna go there because how do you not, right? So I'm gonna pick the Magic Kingdom, and it's mainly because the Magic Kingdom has over 20 things to do, and almost all of them don't require a height requirement. So when you have really, really young kids, the only things that you physically can go on with them, and I know because we used to take our girls to Disney when they were as young as 1, and as a result, like you're kind of stuck with dark rides and really slow moving things, and you clearly can't go on thrill attractions. So I find that Magic Kingdom offers the most of that style attraction. And then the other thing is I feel like it has a lot of really good character meet and greets. So for really young kids, and especially like I remember the first time that we went with our girls and dressing them up like Cinderella and going to Cinderella's Royal Table, and they got to meet 4 different princesses and got autographs, and it's real to them. Like it is. There's something very magical about the Magic Kingdom. That's why it's called that. And that would be my decision to take kids under 3.
All right, so I'm going to go right into this. You're a former educator yourself. You know all about pedagogy. Kids under 3, they are tactile and kinesthetic learners. And what is the best park for that type of learning experience and to build that kind of core memory? Man, you got to take your kids over to Animal Kingdom. You talk about heights and waiting in line for rides. There's no rides that are needed over there. Kids can avoid Everest, they can avoid Pandora. The discovery that they're going to get along those animal treks and the safari, the hands-on stuff that they're getting over at Rafiki's Planet Watch, even the shows and the interactive activities are things that are just meant for little kids. Just the way that kids are able to explore and navigate Animal Kingdom, they can run. It's the largest park versus the crowds that you're going to get and the strollers and the craziness of Magic Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is the kind of park that you can set your 2- and 3-year-old free and not worry about them being bumped into or trampled and run over because Animal Kingdom is the largest park. Magic Kingdom, you're right in so many regards. It is the, I guess you could say, the number one answer for reasons of the histories there. But in terms of the best experience for a 2- and a 3-year-old, Animal Kingdom takes the cake.
Yeah, I like it. All right,
You want to go right to vote?
I think we go right to vote because of time.
Right to vote.
Yeah. So I don't go on to them until 9:45. So I still have a little bit of time. But what we're going to do, Magic Kingdom smiles, Dak is going to be sad. So Magic Kingdom smiles, Dak sad. The one thing you didn't mention, Mark, about Dak, I don't think, did you mention the gravel pits at the Boneyard?
I didn't even get into the Boneyard.
Yeah, dude, the Boneyard's got... you know what? I just wish, this is an aside, and I'm not going to build up either of our arguments here. I can't wait until the Play Pavilion's open because, you know, when you're talking about kinesthetic learning, Epcot was it. Epcot was the jam for kids.
It used to be. Mm-hmm.
It was the jam for kids. And it was always my second favorite park growing up because there was so much to do. The whole entire World of Motion, or whatever they called that pavilion was everything. Body Wars was cool. Cranium Command was cool. All the different like exercise vehicles that felt like you were doing virtual reality, but basically it was like a Peloton. You know, it's just like so much fun. You know, the wonders of life. Okay, that's what it was called. Thank you.
You
Ben.
took it over here 4-2, man. 4-2.
Yeah, that was cheating. You know, because It's, you know, I feel like, I
made a run. I made a run for it. I don't, listen, no shame. I feel like I put up a really good argument for why Animal Kingdom is really great for little kids. I still think it's a really great park for little kids. I would go right now, if you put a hierarchy, it would be MK and then Dak. Yeah.
And then I'm really tossed up because I feel like I would have to go Epcot because of
Hollywood Studios,
and Nemo and Frozen. Like it doesn't make sense to bring studios.
Yep, Hollywood Studios for me for littles is I would say because of the crowds and because of the attractions. I think it's the least enjoyable for kids of ages 2 and 3. Yeah, there's some cool shows, but the Frozen show is great for little kids. But I mean, kids aren't going to sit through Indiana Jones. They're just not.
No,
they're just not.
But like you also can't take littles and go and just do 4 30-minute shows. Like even if they would sit, what are you going to do? You're going to do Lightning. You're going to do Beauty and the Beast. You're going to do Indy. If Ariel was open, you're going to do Ariel. You're going to do Disney Junior. Like, do you know what I mean? Like it doesn't. make that much sense.
It really doesn't. All right, man. Number two. Number
Okay.
two. Kirk's up 1-0.
Number 2. What do you think is the best ride for little littles? And this originally put it at Magic Kingdom, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to open it up to any place. What do you think is the best ride for little kids?
No worries, man, because I'm going to stick with the little Magic Kingdom, and I'm going to go with It's a Small World. I think It's a Small World appeals to little kids. They love the music, they love the dolls, and the Mary Blair flair. I think there's something about that ride specifically for that age demographic that creates a core memory moment. Peter Pan is great, but it's over very quickly. Other dark rides, the same thing. I think they're good, but there's some scary elements to them. Like Little Mermaid's fantastic, but Ursula may be off-putting to little kids. There's nothing off-putting about the Sherman Brothers and Small World. I can speak from, I know in my own household, my wife, before she could even speak, said to her parents, she called them the Titis. I need to see the Titis. And had to ride I don't know why she called it that, but had to ride Small World endlessly. And my daughter, same thing. When she was little, Small World was it. That was the end-all, be-all from her. We had to try to walk around Small World and not go in that direction, because if she saw it, she wanted to go on it, and therefore we had to go on it. It's the best ride for little kids, man. I know it's not meant for us. It's meant for them.
I will admit, my youngest, usually that's her request. Not my oldest. My oldest never requests it. She's okay with it and she enjoys it. But my youngest, can we go in Small World? She's just like her mother. Her and Mel are Mel loves Small World. I like it too, but she really, really likes it. So I was hemming and hawing because there's things that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and I was leaning towards that. And then I'm like, well, what about my kids? What do they really enjoy now? Because there's so many newer options for them, right? But littles, and I still think it's a treat to go on this. It's a treat, and it's an experience. And I know you knocked it, but I have to take it. It's OG. It is over quick. But Peter Pan, where do you get to fly? Off to Neverland. Let's go. Why does he talk like that? But honestly, floating over London and then going to me, our girls love going over Neverland and being able to particularly see the Mermaid Lagoon and calling out Ariel. Now that they've plussed it and that is certifiably Ariel there, it makes it so much fun. And then, of course, there's a little tiny element of danger when you're going past Skull Rock and you go over the pirate ship and you get to see Tick-Tock Croc. And then, of course, at the end, watching Peter Pan getting munched up. Hook getting munched up. I just have to. I'm laughing because the chat is making fun of. I always do this South Park Michael Jackson impression when I do Peter, because I don't know why he always sounds like that. He's like, "Let's go, all right." Yeah, it's it's not like the movie at all. There's no connection to anybody who's played Peter except for South Park. But I know my girls always ask Peter Pan. Last trip we did, that was the number one thing. If they could pick any one thing, Peter Pan was for them. And I just think flying over Neverland still is magical at any age. I still love it. I love it even more now because of the Cheshire Cat thing too. So,
all right, let's see who you think had the best debate and who did the best job at representing. Smiles for Small World, sad face for Peter Pan this time around. If you think that that I defended Small World the best, smiles for me. If you think that Kirk gave Peter Pan its due and he defended that well, then you're going to drop a sad face. Here's the only reason that I would not go with Peter Pan, and it's purely because of the wait time. That if you don't rope drop it with the kids, the wait time, it gets a little bit high. Yeah, the queue is amazing. I'm going to tell you this, the queue over at Peter Pan is probably the best queue, the best reimagined queue of anywhere. But even still, man, 75 minutes is 75 minutes, no matter what you're playing with or looking at. It's long.
my friend who's a cast member, Ellie, she did, it said 85, she waited 20 today. I'm
Really?
like, that's bonkers. And she said it was far out, like it was actually outside that hallway, creeping to the outside. So I was like super, super shocked. I'm gonna have to test it one day and actually wait in that thing. It's brutal. It is brutal. I've waited 25 feet after the fireworks, and I was there for 45 minutes, and that is such a quick ride. But yeah, you smoked it, dude. That was like you absolutely crushed with. Hang on, let me pull up the numbers for you. And the last one was 21-6. This one, landslide you 18-9 you on.
Yeah, you
World.
won.
I kind of be honest. I wish Ariel could be a choice there because I really like that, but I just don't know if that many people would pick Ariel. It's such a well done attraction, though, except for the end. The very end is is a mess, and they haven't fixed Sebastian's eyes. But when Sebastian's eyes worked, and when is Enchanted Tales with Belle coming back? When's that happening?
It's back.
It's back.
It was back like 3 weeks ago, so you can go and see it.
Oh, it's you can go now.
Yeah, we talked about that on Chipping Company. Greg actually had a chance to go and experience that. It's now open, so you can go and do Enchanted Tales with Belle over in the new Fantasyland, even though it's not new anymore.
I think kids would also like Winnie the Pooh. I think that's a solid choice too.
Winnie the Pooh,
Winnie
very
the Pooh
solid choice. Was that Jackie? Was that Jackie that was pushing that?
It was no, it wasn't. Surprisingly, that was Defined by Love, which is it was not Jack. You would think.
You would.
All right,
You're up
okay,
first,
so
man.
yeah. All right, so we did that one. We did that one. Now we're gonna move a little bit to food here. Where do you take kids who are picky eaters?
You're up first.
Oh God, I'm like waiting for you. I'll wait forever. All right, I'm gonna take us over to a place that I know there's something for everybody there. Adults and kiddos alike. But picky eaters typically want 3 things in Disney. They want French fries, they want pizza, they want hot dogs. And you can find all 3 of those bad boys over at Pizza Rizzo. Plus, it's nice and quiet upstairs. I love going up to that upstairs little disco wedding hall. The pizza is actually pretty good. It's the few pizzas that like young kids will actually munch and eat entirely. Does come with a cookie and an applesauce as well, plus a drink, which I think for $7, that's I get it sometimes because it's like enough food for me. And if you need a hot dog, they got hot dogs, and if you need French fries, they have them too. For adults, though, because you got to remember, this isn't just about kids. Yes, we want picky eaters to have something, but you don't want to just be stuck at Catalina Eddie's or something where all they have is hot dogs and French fries. You want a little bit explorative, and that chicken parm or the meatball parm are fantastic there, and cannolis really, really good. So I'm gonna pick Pizza Rizzo. See, I get Casey's, but once again, I feel like you're pigeonholed. Yep. Hot Dog Nation.
All right, if your kid is a picky eater, I think that the all you care to enjoy options are probably your best bet. And Chef Mickey's, for me, is not just the best bet for picky eaters, but you think about this, it's just conducive to little kids. You have characters, the Fab Five is there. It's loud, it's raucous. You never have to feel bad about if your kid is fussy or if your kid's crying. It is a very kid-friendly environment. Let's face it, adults, we may not necessarily like Chef Mickey's for those reasons. It's blowing our ears out, kids are running around. It does get a little chaotic and raucous, but we're talking about the best kid-friendly options. And also, if you have a picky eater, there's always something on that buffet that your picky eater can dive into. If it's mac and cheese, your kid can double down or triple down on that thing. If it's just a chicken and like a roasted chicken leg, same thing. Your kid can just load up on those. And what kid ever passes up on dessert? And to that end, Chef Mickey's has dessert in droves.
So I legit have a question, and
Sure.
I know this is unprecedented. I've never been there for dinner. I've only been there for breakfast, and they have
You
great
gotta go.
options. If your waffles and your bacons and all that
Yes.
stuff, what are the? And we don't have to get too granular, but if picky eaters, right? You're getting mac and
Yes.
cheese. What else? What other stuff do they have? Do they do chicken nuggets? Do they do that kind of stuff?
Chicken nuggets, chicken fingers, mac and cheese. The last time they did have hot dogs. There's a carving station. So my daughter likes a very plain, like roasted turkey breast. They have a carved roasted turkey breast. Again, for the kids too, they always love the dessert options. I'm going to tell you this. If it wasn't so chaotic and it wasn't so loud, I would probably choose Chef Mickey's a lot more for dinner. I personally think that Chef Mickey's is a lot better for dinner than it is for breakfast. I think, listen, I would like to see you at some point take the family there, and I'm curious to see your review on it, because I really think you're going to come down on that side and say, you know, I avoided this place, but now it's kind of like I've come around on it. We love dinner at Chef Mickey's. If it was a little quieter, and now, you know, Bella's 10, so we've done the character meals ad nauseum. So our desire to see the Fab Five isn't as high as it used to be.
Yeah, we don't really care.
We don't care as much anymore, but the food is really good. It's not quite park fare, where there's not as many exotic food choices, but from a comfort food standpoint, Chef Mickey it's a comfort food buffet. And the kids are going to like it if they're really picky eaters, man.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's do a vote, and then I got some more stuff I want to just talk about that is kind of related to this, but all right, so we're going, if you want to get your pizza Rizzo on, smiles, and if you want to get your Chef Mickey on, do sad. The
Barstool is going to vote for you. I'm just going to say.
The biggest thing is that cost. That cost is so much. But can we bring back all the characters or some of the characters to Beach Club over at Cape May Cafe?
Cape May Cafe, the breakfast.
Because that breakfast is it's a decent enough breakfast, and now that they have the made to order omelet station there, and it was relatively cheap for a character dining. I think it was like $30, where like Topolino's is substantially more. Topolino's is still the best. It's hands down the best character dining on property.
Fun fact for you guys, and this is a secret. Don't like Disney Magic. Don't ruin it. Don't go out and like make a TikTok and be like, "Hey, I heard this." But if you really want to have eggs that are prepared fresh, if you don't want to have those scrambled eggs, let's say you go to an all you care to enjoy place, they will freshly prepare eggs a la carte for you however you want them.
Oh, that's nice to know.
So, like, they don't advertise it. They don't put that out, to the general public. They don't want you to know that you can do that. But if you go to your server and say, listen, I would really love sunny side up, or I'd like to get an omelet, they will do it. They will actually, they don't need it. They don't need a station. They'll prepare it.
You won't believe the fact that you can get fresh eggs at any of these all you care to enjoy. Did you know that? You should try. You can get them a la carte. There we go. Now I got it. Now I can just put it up immediately. It's recorded. I'm going to get 1 billion likes. Just kidding. I'm just deleting it.
It was 4-1. 4-1 over here.
So you 4-1 your side?
In favor of Chef Mickey.
Okay, so you took it. It was 14-16 you. So you beat me by 2 on this side and then 3 extra on yours.
All right.
I'm not actually making a TikTok of that. That's ridiculous. But I will ask for eggs next time I'm at a place that I could get some fresh eggs.
If you don't,
because like Ohana right now is really affordable at $28. But those like watery egg things, you could be like, yo, dude, I'm gonna need them real deals.
Yep. You can do it again, guys. Please keep this quiet. We've as a community we've been kind of talking about that and wrestling with. Is it sometimes better to keep it to yourself? Just keep it to yourself instead of putting it out there for the sake of just making content. You wind up ruining it.
Well, I think so. One of these things, right? Like this specific one, there's a lot of people who like can't help but have to tell that, right?
Yeah.
They're like, this is so good, but then it gets ruined, right?
Yeah.
I think all of us know the difference between this is so good, I don't want to ruin it for others, but I'll tell a couple of people.
Yep.
Like versus this is fair game for everybody and it's not disrupting. The problem with the egg one is it literally is going to destroy cast members' lives. So like whoever's working the line, whoever's the waiters, like it's just awful. So, and I agree, Pizza Rizzo closing at 5 is atrocious. They need to fix that immediately. It's a huge location too. And we tried to go and eat there. Luckily over at that like Sunset Ranch Market. They do have the same exact pizza as Pizza Rizzo, but you're sitting outside. It's not as nice, and it definitely bums me out that it gets closed so early.
And this wasn't, I heard from a person who heard from a person. We took my father-in-law to Chef Mickey's, of all places. He did not want those eggs, and he just kind of said casually to the waiter, you know, is there any way that I can get eggs over? And she said, absolutely, sir. Walked to the back, brought them out for him, and he was just so happy to have his eggs over easy that morning. So,
yep.
But if everybody does that, it obviously creates a lot of problems for the line cooks, and I don't want to see that happen en masse. But if you don't want those eggs, and you don't really have to get them. All right, dude, you are. I think you're. Or I'm up this time.
You're up. What do you think is the best souvenir for kids? So originally this was collectible, but I'm kidifying it. What do you think is the best souvenir for kids?
The best souvenir for kids, and the thing that I think you can hang on the shelf or put on the shelf, and then even after it's outlived its usefulness in the parks and just serves as a memory and a reminder of the trip for the littles, it's got to be those classic, beautiful black Mickey ears with the velvet and the plastic. That first set of Mickey ears is going to be something that, as a family, when you look at the pictures of your child in those and then you look at them on the shelf, it's kind of like saving your kid's first pair of shoes, and you keep them in a box, and every time you look back at them, it gives you the feels and the sentimentality of what it was like to have this kid and this memory. Disney is all about kids, and we remember our childhoods and our time there with our parents, and we all have those keepsakes that, whether it's a picture or it's something that lasts, that is a great souvenir that obviously serves a great purpose in parks, where you can take pictures of the kid in the ears and they look adorable, but then save that as a keepsake, put it in a shoebox or even up on the shelf. And every time you're going to look at that, you're going to remember that family vacation that you took. He doesn't remember it, or she doesn't remember it, but you do. And those ears will pay dividends in years to come.
So, I actually, Michael just stole mine. So, my favorite, and this is, I never paid for these. I always made them. This is just like a fun fact anyway. If you go to like Walmart or Target, you can buy cardstock, like really thick cardstock, autograph books. So I would always make, I would make 2 autograph books for the girls, one for each of them. That way, when a cast member or a friend of a character is there, and you always want to get a Sharpie with a clickable top, because those big old hands, it's easier that versus pulling off caps. And I would take a picture of the character signing the book or with the girls, so that I would have a picture of the girls and the autograph book. It's a very, very affordable souvenir with so many memories attached to it. I still look back at my autograph books when I was a kid with all the pictures attached to it. It's so sentimental and super appreciative. You can't read my writing? Yes, it's chicken scratch. Let me say it was good. I could read it. But I just, those things don't get thrown out. Much like the ears. You're not throwing out the ears.
No.
You'll throw out other things that can be replaced or changed. I'm even a big plushie guy, and I used to collect those as a kid, and I still have some of those old ones. But to me, those autograph books are they're just something so special and significant. But the pictures, the pictures, it will elevate your autograph book.
I'm going to take you on a little field trip. Welcome to the Tiki Room studio. You want to talk about collecting plushies as a kid? I'm going to tell you this. Even as an adult, you could still collect some pretty cool plushies as an adult and not feel any guilt because they sit in your podcast studio. So there you go. Listen, as I trip,
I literally walk around with a talking porg. So yeah, I get it.
All right, let's put it to a vote.
Yeah, you went first, so we're
Smiles
going
for Mickey
Smiles hat. For ears.
Yep.
And sad for autograph book. So smiles for ears and crying for autograph book.
They're both great. We have the autograph books as well.
Yeah.
There's nothing like those memories. And the kids learn very early on everything is content when they get those.
But don't.
autograph books.
I'm trying to tell you, you can buy them. They're going to cost you $10 or $15 on Amazon. Just have the kids color on the outside of something and just tape it to the front of those cardstocks. You want something that's thick and they're so cheap and they have lines on them. Trust me, it's blank, it's nice. They're really affordable at Walmart. I think they're like $5 for those cardstock books. So just save some money and it's really fun. Now that autographs are back, like I got to make an autograph book next time we go.
There you go.
All right,
you won over here. So
yeah,
4 to 5.
12 to 24. I took that one.
Smoked it
Down, yeah.
And right back, it seems like somewhere where we're always very comfortable, man. It's game 7. It's round 5. Winner take all. One more topic to be debated. You go first. Here we go.
So I'm kidifying yet again because I just like that this can go this route. What's the best Disney movie soundtrack for kids?
Oh,
what's the best Disney movie soundtrack for kids?
Come on, man. I know. Come on.
I am so torn between 3.
All right.
Okay. It's so bad because
go with your heart. Just go with your heart.
I know. Look at this stuff. Isn't it neat? Wouldn't you think my collection's complete? What a banger nostalgia of the entire collection of that film, The Little Mermaid, is just iconic. There is not a bad song on that entire soundtrack. And I go old school. I get it. There's new movies. I get that we are blessed with some really great composers right now. And but I just am a sucker for the classics. And you know what? The classics still crush. And this is why I was getting pulled towards Ariel the Ride, because it is literally just a journey through the music of that ride. And that's what there's high notes, low notes. I don't even know all the artists' names, but it's just such a beautifully well done soundtrack. There's tons from that era to pick from too, but I'm going to go Little Mermaid.
All right. Stick with me, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the one that we like the most. It's the one that kids like the most. And let's be real. Let's get real for a second. We were tortured with this soundtrack because our kids would not stop singing it, playing it, walking around the house, cosplaying and dressing as Elsa, dressing as Anna. The Frozen soundtrack is the correct answer here. Kids love Frozen. The diversity of the songs that are composed by Kristen Anderson and Robert Lopez, and then they released such a wonderful follow-up. I mean, I could talk about Frozen as a compendium, but the original Frozen, Love is an Open Door, Olaf in Summer, Let It Go, played, you know that Let It Go played in your house at least 32 to 40 times a day, dads. There's a reason that there's a Frozen sing-along over in Hollywood Studio, and that's because it is the correct answer. Kids love Frozen. 2- and 3-year-olds absolutely adore Frozen. It's the best soundtrack for little kids.
All right, so we're going to go Ariel Smile and Frozen Sad. I'm going to be honest with you. Here's a couple hot takes.
Okay.
If I was actually picking it for me, I really lean into Moana. I just love that soundtrack so much.
Yeah.
But when I think about my girls, and also, Little Mermaid had their own show. Frozen's the only one that still exists right now. But here's the real hot take. The music of Frozen 2 is better than Frozen 1. It's not better for kids. It's not. But I think for adults, it's a more mature, better soundtrack overall than Frozen 1. But it's iconic. Like, you can't get away from Let It Go, and you will never get away from that song. They literally built out whole sections of the park and changed the way Fantasyland was run. They changed the way that Norway was created. They destroyed my beautiful Maelstrom for it, but it deserves it. Deserves every bit of that.
All right, we're coming up. The vote is closing. 4-2.
Frozen smoked it.
4-2. You won here.
20. What? No. No, you were sad. Sad is Frozen, right?
Yeah, but you won over on my side. Little Mermaid won on my side, 4-2.
Well, that's surprising. I know I never win on your side. So thank you, the Marc side of the force.
So I didn't want to show
you. Are you selling CDs now?
No, I didn't want to show you this because I think this would have lost me. It would have been bad debate. The soundtrack that was the most like instrumental, no pun intended there, in my life, when I think of the genesis of when I really started to get Disney, and get into Disney, was The Little Mermaid. So a few years ago, I was the local director of the high school. The show that I chose that went right back to my roots. Here it is, The Little Mermaid. It's still immortalized on DVD. We cleaned out the house today, and I found this. I almost cried when I found the DVD of the show that one of the parents taped it and gave me this. And I'm going to watch this after this tonight. I'm going to watch this. I'm going to cry a little bit because all of these kids have since graduated. This is from 2017. But talk about core memory moments. Little Mermaid, I don't hate that choice. If I had lost to The Little Mermaid, I would have gladly have gone down to that soundtrack.
We went to the Frozen sing-along yesterday and had so much fun at it. And those cast members, like when I think about some of the most fun parts to play, I love the Jungle Cruise skippers. They're like so far up there for like fun attraction things to do as a cast member.
Yeah.
But the historians in Frozen, what do they call it? Frozen sing-along? Just Frozen sing-along?
Frozen, for the first time in forever, Frozen sing-along, isn't it?
Sure. Love is an open door. But
sure.
The historians, they have to have the most fun. They have to have the most fun because they get a lot of improv because I've always consistently heard very different and consistently updated jokes in about like 4 different lines. There's spots for both Eric and what's the girl's name? Anyway, but yeah, they must have so much fun. I would love to do that. Play Eric for one day. So funny.
I keep on like thinking to myself of what.
Thank you, Jack.
What my dream job would be if I were at Disney, and it really always comes back to entertainment. I think I would be so happy in anything, like as one of the Dapper Dans in the Frozen stage show, like even being a face character. Dude, I would love to put on a prosthetic nose and be the Mad Hatter. I would do a little bit of like King Candy as my Mad Hatter. I'd be like, have some candy.
But I think they are so close. It's like I'm better at King Candy than I am at the Mad Hatter. I wish I was better at the Mad Hatter, but they're very like they're only a couple of tweaks away from being the same voice. Do you know what I mean?
Truly.
And I agree. There's a ton of people here saying Marc would be amazing as a Dapper Dan, and I 1,000% agree.
I would like to say thank you to the guys that are hanging out in your. Thank you for waiting for me tonight, guys. So just as a shameless plug for them, I recently joined the team at Chip and Company full time. That I'm a full time podcaster over there with their family of podcasts. They have 4 podcasts during the week. So they have Disney Parks in Review, Disney Entertainment in Review, Disney News in Review, and then they do a show that's called And Company. Chip leaves And Company up to both Greg and I. He is not a part of that. I am so humbled that he's entrusted both Greg and I to have our own show. So tune in tomorrow. And Company Volume 4 drops. And Company, it's an editorial show. That's the whole purpose of it. We touch the third rail on that show. This week we're talking about the assault and battery over at Animal Kingdom, Disney making the decision to cover medical procedures for their cast members. So we tackle really hot button issues over there. But we have a good time as well. We do like Rushmores, but we were recording tonight because Chip is on the Wish. So the recording schedule got all jacked up, but thank you to everyone who hung out for the extra like 14 minutes and waiting for me to do this, because I love this show. I love Tiki Room Radio and hanging out with Kirk. Kirk, you're going to hang out with the Disney Underground, man. I'm a little jealous. I haven't even gotten the invite from those guys.
I randomly, Gene hit me up the other day and was like, hey, we have an opening if you want to. And I was like, yeah, why not? I don't really know much, so I watched a little bit of some previous episodes just to get some contextual feedback. But yeah, make sure you get a chance to watch, forget about my stuff, watch Mark's and Company, because you get hot takes and even hotter hosts.
So you can find And Company everywhere that you download your podcast. It's Chip and Company Podcast. And again, I'm really very proud to be a part of Entertainment in Review, and also to have been entrusted with 50% of And Company, man. I will also be at the Food and Wine Media event with Mr. Greg for that event.
Look
for
at
Food
you.
and Wine opening on the 16th.
Look
So,
at you. You're all grossed up. What
right.
do I even do anymore?
Wait. All right, so I have an idea. Ready? I have an idea, but it's going to take a little. Can I cajole you on a Wednesday show? So the DVC Top of the World Lounge. Did you see what they did to that with the Villains party?
Villains, yeah.
Do you want to go and do that on the 13th? Because you know a guy with the DVC card who's flying in on Wednesday and has nothing to do. Do you want to see if we can crash the party at Villains and get in on my DVC card?
I would love to. I can't though. I'm flying back to New Jersey that day.
No.
I know Kate's in on the 11th, and
Okay.
that's the first day that they do it. And then the 12th, I'm still here, and then the 13th, yeah, I gotta go. Otherwise, dude, you know I would be down. I would be down instantly. Are they doing like a media event on the 13th?
No, it's just so I think
You're
opens.
just trying to jam. You're trying to get in.
Yep, I think it opens 2 days prior to that, but I'm just trying to jam. So
Yep.
I'm gonna bum rush it. So the line starts, or I think reservations start at like 5. So I'm gonna try to get there, maybe 3 o'clock. And if I gotta wait 2 hours to get in, so be it.
Yeah, why not? Maybe we can cajole Jason to bring Kate there. Like, hey Jason, what are you doing on Monday the 11th? And yes, correct. Also, good old Jersey finding new ways to let people down. Listen, we don't let people down here. Also, we get people in. Yesterday, we smuggled in our friend Jim.Disney into Smuggler's Run on the Rad Tea Party. So we're legitimate smugglers here.
Dude, these last 24 hours have been crazy. We bought a new bed set. I told you this story. No one else knew this. We bought a new bed set. It didn't have side tables or nightstands. Nightstands is what they call them. And the set that we have, it's discontinued. You can't buy any of these pieces of furniture. So I go to Google, and out in Du Bois, Pennsylvania, which is about 4.5 hours from me, is a large furniture outlet. And they so happen to agree to sell me the 2 that are on the floor. But the trick is obviously they're not going to ship them. I have to drive out there. So they say, we'll hold them for you today. So I drove 4.5 hours on a whim yesterday. I left here at 1, got out to Du Bois. It's almost, it's considerably outside of Pittsburgh, but it's far. Get these things, throw them in the car, get some sheets. I know you can appreciate a good sheets run. Get some sheets, drive home, and got home at 10.
That's the only way I can make the Pittsburgh trip back.
Yeah.
Honestly, and sheets, better little touchpad made to order food than Wawa. Hot take, but it's true. It's not even
a hot take. It's not even a hot take. It's facts. Hashtag facts.
Totally facts. People love Wawa. Like, they will die on that hill. You're on the wrong hill. I'll be on the other hill enjoying tater tots that they added to my burrito.
Yep. Yeah, Sheets is no contest. So then today, we had to paint the bedroom, clean the bedroom. At 6 o'clock this morning, I started that process. Greg's like, when are we recording? I'm like, dude, I'm covered in paint. Like, this is madhouse. It's a madhouse here. And then now I ran late. We did this, and then I'm gonna go watch you on the Disney Underground, man. It's been a day.
Yeah.
It's been
crazy
a day.
Stuff.
Sheets is
Hey,
$3.99 a gallon through the July 4th. Another reason to go to Sheets.
Giving it away. Line the beds of your trucks with plastic wrap and get out there. I saw somebody did that in Florida. I'm like, here goes Florida, man.
And then,
Here we are.
like Zoolander, he lit a match. Orange mocha frappuccinos.
Right.
Sprayed each other with gas.
They were having so much fun, weren't they?
They were. Well, man,
Can
this
you
is...
give me your blue steel before you sign us off? Oh, that's really good. That is very...
It's the same look.
It's not. He's unveiling blue steel.
What is this, a school for ants?
I was reading his You Googly.
Derek Zoolander's school for really, really... It's been so long since I've seen that. Will Ferrell is genius in that movie. Owen Wilson is genius in that movie. It's just
that
so
whole
good.
film is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
I will see you next week.
Yeah.
Go and check out this guy over at the DisNerdy Network. He's going to be on the Disney Underground. If you're here, make sure you're following Walrus Carp, please. The TikTok is just on point. Monday and Wednesday, he's live from parks. He's live with Kate from Distery talking about the Haunted Mansion still on Fridays. They haven't gotten out of it. They're still, I think they're in the cemetery.
Graveyard still.
Yeah,
We're
I think
literally in the graveyard still. Yep.
They're almost there. They're in the graveyard. But if
We're not close.
They're
close.
breaking down this ride unlike anyone else has ever broken down this ride in the history, even in the history of the Walt Disney Company. No, I'm joking.
Dude,
you guys are like,
it's been. I'm not kidding.
3 months.
Going on 3 months.
Yeah,
We're going on 3 months, Mark. 3 months of the Haunted Mansion, and I still think we're going to need another 2.5 months. That's not even a joke. I'm being serious with you. That's ridiculous.
Just
6
call
months.
Just call it like 999 Happy Haunts, the podcast, because like at this point, are you really doing Distery anywhere else?
Well, you know, my opinion on episodes of the Haunted Mansion is there's always room for one more.
There's always room for one more episode. But if you're not following Kirk at Walrus Carp, why? And join him for the Rad Tea Party over on YouTube. I apologize for not being the man in the chair for the last few weeks. It's just life has been crazy. I promise you folks, I will be there sitting backstage hanging out with you guys very soon. Summer just gets really hectic for me, but I will see you guys all real soon. Until next time, though, we say farewell and aloha to you. Ole, ole. And
all right,
hey,
kiddos,
man.
I legit have to jam so I can get ready for this thing. I will catch you all. I don't even know how to find this thing. DisNerdy, sure. On YouTube, something like that.
Just go on YouTube. Guys, go on YouTube. Just type in DisNerdy Network, and you're gonna see them pop up. And then
he has like a whole network of lots of shows. So that's the only reason why I just don't, yes.
Yep, so DisNerdy Network, and then you're going to be there. Hey, Alicia's here. Cool. Alicia Haig is here joining us. Alicia, we're leaving, though. But I love you.
Hello and goodbye. That's the beauty of aloha. It means both.
Bye, everybody.
All right, see you guys. Yes, DisNerdy. Adios.